It's really just, it's only Chris and the whole world. No.
Oh my
All
God!
right.
Is this
So here's TJ running us through.
How's it going, Chris? Is this specifically for Chris?
I guess so.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. It could be for the other guys too. But.
Cool. All right, so just a really kind of high-level overview of what Josh and I worked on today for level 1. So hill section over here, just running down here, la-di-da, to the plain, into the cave with the 20-foot tall mother. I'm really bad at drawing scale.
I've mentioned this several times.
Thanks. So, and then out into the forest. So, basically this cliff over here is just to symbolize kind of our first platforming challenge, which will involve being in a low place, trying to get to a high place. And then we go into the first section of the forest here.
Yeah.
And there's kind of two things going on. There's basically 2 levels to the forest.
So that's what the line above the bear means.
Yes.
Right?
Over the teddy bear guarding the forest. Yeah. On the ground, it's going to be the density of enemies is going to be higher. Actually, there are only going to be things that can hurt you on the ground, and above you are going to be areas where you can platform. Like this is like a section where you don't have the elephant yet, so all you can do is run and jump. So the idea being here, stay up in the trees to avoid the enemies, and if you fall to the ground, the challenge instead is avoid the enemies and try not to die. And that'll carry through to, at the very end of the section, you'll get to the lamppost. And so that will be this kind of lower intensity story beat moment right before you fall down into the hole, which is kind of what we talked about on Skype the other day. And this is the sort of cave slash hole section where you're going to get the elephant. Josh, do the sound effect.
Oh, no! It'll be a surprise, but you already gave it away just by the way they're holding up the elephant.
Exactly.
We should have talked about that first. But.
Yeah, we should have.
All right, but you didn't mention the whole what happens in the cave. How do we get the elephant?
So
just recap it.
Sure. So just to recap, you fall down the hole and you're going to be approached by a wolf from this side who very clearly intends to kill you. And at that point, a rock is going to be shot from across the screen over you, hits the wolf, and we're not quite sure how this light scheme is going to be motivated, but you'll see a shadow come onto the wall from behind, and it'll be this massive elephant shadow, and Flynn will roar. I still haven't figured out what elephants do.
Sure.
But and
Nay.
The wolf whinny, and the elephant will run off,
God.
Not the elephant, the wolf will run off, and
right.
So then you and the elephant just run to each other, embrace,
awesome, yes,
and,
Chris will love that.
Yeah, elephant get, and so you and Flynn now walk out of the hole, and so. As Josh and I were talking, we tried to figure out how we could basically teach the player how to use their ability to inhale objects and shoot them back out. And one of the things Josh threw out there is this idea of this bird that's kind of in your way. You'll be trying to. I think it was this that we talked about. This puzzle over here, where it's a new version of this first platforming puzzle over here where you're just trying to hop up here. And at the end of each of these branches on these trees, there'll be one bird who's here. And you can try to jump over him, and it'll be really difficult. And but if you make it, he'll leave here and fly here. So it's just...
And obstruct you again in the same way. Yeah.
So it's just this really obnoxious, idiot bird who can't take a hint. So you're not, explicitly forced to suck him up, but the idea will be that if you let him go, you'll really want to. So we thought with some of the other moral choices we've kind of we're asking the player to make, this would be an interesting way to kind of introduce inhaling.
Yeah, where it's somewhat narrative tied, but it's also kind of optional. It's player choice, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I already gave away some of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, back to where we were here. So
okay, cool.
Yeah, here you're learning and testing out your new tool and or skill.
Yeah, this section is going to be a little
puzzles,
bit
whatever.
lower intensity as well. You'll be doing less platforming like you'd done in the earlier section, more puzzling with your new ability.
Right.
And we decided you'd be encountering the fawn enemy a lot here, which is just this kind of like it's not a very threatening enemy, but it will still hurt you if you get close to it.
Yeah.
And you'll be seeing it a lot. So when you get to the transition to the next section, you'll see another fawn, and hopefully what you're thinking is, God damn it, okay, another fawn. And as it's hopping towards you, the wolf will come back and will pounce out of the forest, and it will just massacre the fawn like right in front of you. And the wolf is distracted while it's eating the fawn, so you have kind of a chance to get your bearings and try to get away. But we think that like this event will kind of like it'll be a good transition into like this next higher intensity section, and we'll kind of establish the stakes of the enemies aren't just kind of there anymore. The enemies are predators like actively trying to attack you now.
Yeah, where you mentioned you'd see some of the fawns you'd come across would just run away and kind of be on their guard when they saw you, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like in this is like a darker section of the forest where the enemies before that were like the fawn that were more happy-go-lucky are now more on edge.
Passive, just coexisting with whatever's going on. Where this was a way to get enemy behavior or creature behavior to change without necessarily killing the player off in some sort of surprise, right?
So it's going to be higher intensity, more kind of more action, less puzzles. So what's going on here is you're basically being actively stalked by the wolf, and so a lot of the things that you can do are you either have to do some really difficult platforming to get away from it when it appears, or if a fawn is in the area, you can stun it by shooting like a rock or something at it, and then the wolf will go after the injured fawn instead of you.
Yeah, where specifically if you didn't injure the fawn, we wanted a scene where you could see the fawn is quick enough to get away, but then it runs by you and then you're the new target.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, where if you injure the fawn, the wolf recognizes that the fawn can't get away.
Like it's just going for the easiest prey at this point. So again, it's another one of those decision moments where you have the choice to kind of take the high road and just try to get away, or you can actively screw over another animal.
Yeah.
So, and that will all culminate in a section where you have nothing to sacrifice, and the wolf will chase you and until you can get away. And we talked about, I guess, eventually you just get to a waterfall or...
Oh, well, you mentioned kind of like
cliff.
you start hearing water, and then you're more like a water-laden area where you kind of platform across this area that has water, and then the wolf can't really pursue you any further because he can't double jump or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I guess we didn't talk about double jump, but continue.
Right.
I just thought of that now.
So basically, this will be like the last big intensity spike at the end of the level where the wolf is in an out and out foot race with you, and
then you escape to Beaverland.
Exactly, to Beaverland. And so this section, the intensity will drop off significantly, and it's just it's a few puzzles with the beavers where we talked about the beavers would gnaw away at the bottom of a tree, and you could shoot something at it to knock it over and make a ramp or a new platform. Or I think Anton had thrown something out there too about like the beavers throw logs down a waterfall that you can
then you can jump up, and then you get to the dam they're making or something.
Yeah, this section we're still talking about.
Yeah,
but
we don't know how to destroy Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Exactly. But that's where the level will end, when you get to the dam and you have to destroy it somehow, and then you get washed away down
all the way down to
Anton.
Anton. So.
And that's level 1.
All right, sweet, good timing. We got 20 seconds left.
Oh, cool. Bye.